G'day, I'm Gavin from Hurley's Fly Fishing. We specialise in guided tours throughout Victoria, but we also take groups to Alaska, Chile, bone fishing Christmas Island, and our most popular one, New Zealand. So if that's where you want to go, come in and see us at our stores in Bentley and Lumsden. And they literally can rise at your feet. We are casting, 20 metres upstream, and we've got one rising a rod length away. And we're getting a little bit later in the evening. We're like about 5:30, so it's you get a lot more insect activity later in the afternoon. So the fish tend to be a little bit more brazen in their feeding because there's just so much more food around, and that's when you literally can get them just oblivious to us being here. So it's a good time. If you only had 2 hours in the day to fish, you'd make it the last 2 hours of the day. There's one rising just up the top there. Oh! Yeah, there you go. We could use excuse 27 and say, oh, well, the fish is just too small to get that fly in his mouth. So definitely not angler error. Just need that list of excuses, work your way through them. Oh! Righto, excuse 28, that must be a blunt hook. Nothing to do with angler error again. Go, beauty. Oh. Now. Couple little risers just in here. So such a great time to be fishing, like at around your 6, through till 7 or 8 o'clock. And the fish are looking up for that the insects to start hatching, so it's a pretty good time. Yeah, lovely little fish there. No. Beautiful. And another little brown there, and they're just terrific. And that's again on the nymph. So they're just very aggressive feeders, so just doubles your chances with that dry nymph. And I do say it all the time, but these smaller rivers, there's just so much more action than what you're going to get in some of the bigger waters. And literally every time that fly hits the water, I'm expecting something to either pull it down or engulf it. You just get so many more hits on these smaller streams, and the fish are just a lot more aggressive, and it's just great fun. Probably a little bit safer too to be fishing a lot of these waters if you're by yourself as well. That's quite important. Some of these other ones have got a bit of flow in them that you really make sure you're fishing with somebody else. Whereas here, you can't get in too much trouble, so it's a much safer option too. There we go. Oh, nice little, maybe a brown, just a little fella. But again on that nymph, which is just terrific, it just doubles your chances. Sometimes it's a little bit harder to cast, but you just got to open up your arcs a little bit more, and it just allows them a little bit of extra time to turn over, and still good fun. It's all about the take. I keep saying size doesn't matter, and it really doesn't. On a river like this, it's just fun, just fun. Cast that out to see either that dry go with a mouth over it, or just to go under because he's grabbed the nymph. And to lift that rod and there's a bit of weight on it, that's why you fly fish, you know, and that's why you come to beautiful places like this, you know. It's, yeah, fly fishing is just a fantastic thing. If you don't fly fish, you've got to learn how to do it. Do one of our courses or something like that, just fantastic. Oh, there, beautiful. Lovely little, it's a brown again, fantastic. And it's just beautiful. These little rivers, I keep harping on it, how good they are. They're literally full of fish. And actually I can just grab him. You're gonna have so much fun, so much fun. And on light gear, it is just superb. A lovely little brown. They're all very similar in their spots. You know, you can just, yeah, look at them and they're just incredible. But just, they're all beautiful in their own right. Just get the little nymph out. Just get that tool on that. And they're good to go. It's a fantastic tool. But it's an amazing fishery, the Stevenson, and there's plenty of access points as well. I mean, we essentially got in at the main bridge, but there's about, you know, literally half a dozen access points that you can find that are literally loaded full of fish. So just a great place to go and spend a bit of time. And there's plenty of rivers like this, so you don't have to rush up to this one. There's plenty of others around that, yeah, they're all just good. Fly fishing's good, just got to get into it. Yep, there. Back eddy there where a tree's fallen in the water and just off that main current, and that's always worth a cast. And that's good. When you always got to have a plan, and when it works out, yeah, makes a lot more fun. And he's taken the nymph, even though there's plenty of insects about. That dry and a nymph cocktail is just a brilliant way to go, and it just doubles your chances. And he's a nice little brown, so it's really produced today. It's been a fantastic afternoon on some fantastic fish in both browns and rainbows on the dry and the nymph, and it's just, yeah, just brilliant in an hour and a half out of Melbourne. So when somebody says, oh, you've got to travel too far to go fly fishing, no you don't, no you don't. It's literally on your doorstep. It's a great little tool, the catch and release tool. Just get him out. Beautiful Stevenson brown, just half a pound, but on that lightweight gear is just great fun. And beautiful red spots. Just a wonderful fish to target in terrific surroundings, and he's good to go, so that's good. So I think we've about run out of time. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode up towards Eildon. There's plenty of other rivers around very much like this as well that you can explore for yourself, but get the gear that's going to suit these fish, and the right flies, and get up there and spend a bit of time. You're going to really enjoy it.